What's going on, Bills fans? This is Bills the Latest. We are brought to you by FanArc. The rumors are starting to rumor. They are starting to rumor. How sick would it be if we could pull it off? Jefferson doesn't want to be in Minnesota. McCarthy's not it. They got rid of Darnold. Darnold just won a championship. We've worked with Minnesota before. Come on. Come on. He's hinted at how he loves the fan base here. He's used to playing in the cold, albeit he plays in a stadium, but he has to go to Green Bay. I just think, man, if you can somehow pull this off, dump Samuel's salary, that's around 24 mil, figure out how to move on from that, cut Knox down a bit. I don't know. I think this is an actual possibility. Out of all the true top end wide receiver ones that are quote unquote available, this is the most realistic one. And I say that only because I feel like we've worked with Minnesota in the past on trades. That's how we got Diggs. So maybe now we can go get Jefferson. And how electric would that be? I mean, there's a lot of pieces I'd be willing to give up to go get Justin Jefferson. You can take all the picks you want. Don't care. Have them all. Give me JJ. Because could you imagine, just imagine Justin and Josh? The only other duo that comes, there's a couple duos that come to mind that would be as far as top tier like Justin and Josh. That'd be Burrow and Chase. And then I think I'm throwing Stafford and Nakua in there. Other than maybe, yeah, but I was about to say Darnold and Jackson Smith, but I'm not as sold, even though Darnold just won a Super Bowl and he has been playing great. Well, he's on the bottom end. They're on the bottom end. But that is putting you right in the top tier of wide receiver quarterback combos in the entire league, and you still have Cook. And let's say you got rid of Knox, you still have Hawes and Kincaid. Not bad. Not bad. There is a lot I would give. They want Shakir, have him. Have him. Slot guy is a lot easier to find. A lot easier to find. You can have him because if Justin and Josh play on the same team, watch out. That's kind of what I was talking about yesterday as far as watching Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. They were just on a whole nother level. Whole nother level. And this could take this offense to the spot it needs to be. I hear everybody saying this offense is great, and it is. It is. It is very good. It is very, very good. However, when it comes down to crunch time and you're in a 2-minute play, it gets tough. It gets bogged down because these wide receivers can't get open. If our run game is struggling, the offense is struggling. That's where we were phenomenal this year. Our run game was stellar. That's what opened up all the other passing. And people better expect, I hope they don't actually expect the same thing out of Cook next year. Because it never happens. Very, very rarely, if ever. I'd have to even look. I don't know if it's ever happened where a leading rusher has gone back-to-back. The newer trend is they usually typically have a down year after that because they put a lot of work in the previous year. They touch the ball a lot. Their bodies get banged up. That's the one position where you get banged up and banged up quick. But if he can even have 3/4 of the season that he had last year and they have Justin Jefferson, they got a real chance with that offense. Because now it won't sputter out. Now there's going to be too many options for the defense to have to try to guard. Do we guard Jefferson? Do we watch out for Cook? Do we watch out for Kincaid? You know what I mean? It is, you got to watch out for Josh on the scramble. It just opens it up. Right now, it's watch out for Josh on the scramble. That's all it is. Because you can lock down our current wide receivers with ease. But if you have somebody like Justin Jefferson when Josh Allen is scrambling, I bet the mortgage on that guy's open. I would bet the mortgage that guy gets open. You give that guy more than 2-3 seconds, he will be open. He will catch the ball. And not only does he do that, he runs after the catch very well. Very well. The big plays that Buffalo has been missing could be theirs in Justin Jefferson. And I would love to see all of that kind of come together, because then we could really see Joe Brady's full offense. He says he's been essentially hamstrung by players. And to an extent, I agree. You can only work with what you got, for sure. And he was in no position, Joe Brady, to be like, yeah, we need this guy, this guy, this guy. It was Bean and McDermott doing all that. I will give Brady the benefit of the doubt there. So now I am curious, if they were to give Brady a weapon in somebody like Justin Jefferson, what does his offense look like? Is it still a lot of the same? A lot of the dink and dunks, a lot of passes in the flats? I doubt it. I really doubt it. And I think because, again, that's your head coach now. And as much as he says that he is going to lean into this defense, he's got a defensive coordinator to get that ship right. He knows what he wants. He has a vision for his offense. And if he can get Justin Jefferson in that vision, his toy box gets a lot bigger. A lot bigger. Now you can afford to keep somebody like a Coleman and let him learn from Jefferson. That's one downfall of Coleman right now. He has nobody to learn from in Buffalo. He has no true proven wide receiver to be like, hey, teach me a couple things. Jefferson could be that guy. And now maybe you could salvage that pick in Keon Coleman and get rid of shit like Samuel, Palmer, guys that are eating up salary, and keep Coleman, who's not eating up salary. That is what I would be trying to do, especially if you want to save Coleman. Bring in another crafty veteran. Take the pressure off of Coleman, because he clearly shows he can't handle the pressure right now. And if you are so in love with him in the front office, then this is a great way to build him up. Build him up through Justin Jefferson. If JJ's covered, Coleman's still another big body you could have out there. I don't hate seeing Justin Jefferson, Shakir, and Coleman. I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that. I don't think a lot of Buffalo fans would hate that, even though we've been dogging on Coleman. Because I think rising ships, baby. I think Justin Jefferson could help Coleman. So we'll see what Buffalo does. We still have a lot of time in this offseason. We'll see what's percolating. We'll try to keep up with the current news. But again, that's been it for today's Bills Latest, folks. Again, we are brought to you by FanArc. We hope you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Feel free to comment on who you'd want to bring in. Thank you, guys.